So in my latest video, I broke my skateboard, so I thought it was a good time to show you how to build one from start to finish. Let's do it. The things you'll need is a skateboard, some trucks, some wheels, some bearings, some skate hardware, a skate tool, a Stanley knife, and potentially a pair of pliers. All of these items will be linked in the video description. When you buy trucks, it comes with washers, so place a washer on your truck like so, and get your bearing and jam it into the wheel the best you can. If you can't get the bearing to sit flat, put it in your truck and just try and squash it together. That should hopefully get the bearing to sit flat on the wheel. In your packet of bearings, it should come with spacers. Place one spacer in the middle of the wheel like you see on screen. Place your next bearing in and use your trucks to press the bearing down flat to the wheel. You might have to give it a little jiggle so it sits with the spacer. And once it's on the truck, place your next washer on and get your nut and tighten it to the wheel. Tighten it very loosely, and once you feel a little bit of resistance, move it back a half step. Make sure the wheel actually jiggles up and down just a little bit and it spins freely. Because if it's too tight, the nut will cause a bit of friction on the wheel, which will make the wheel spin a bit slower, and it will also damage your bearings. So don't do them up tight. If your skate tool doesn't grip any of the nuts because they're damaged from doing primos, etc., use a pair of pliers. To take your bearings out of your wheels, it's very easy, just wedge them with your truck. Now it's time to set up the grip tape. My grip tape has a little decal on it, so I want to find out where the nose of the board is. You can do this by looking at the graphic of the board, or on top of the board there might be writing showing you the board size, and whichever way you can read it is pointing to the nose. But if you're still stuck, the nose is going to be bigger and taller than the tail. The grip tape can be peeled like a sticker. Some people start with the nose or the tail when they're doing their grip tape. I like to start right in the middle and then very, very lightly place it down because you're probably going to mess it up. I'm just so good that I did it first try, but notice how gently I'm pressing it down. Once you look at it and you go, yep, that's covering the whole board, then you can start pressing it down nice and firm. If you're not happy with the grip, you can peel it back as long as you haven't firmly placed down the grip tape. If you have a decent skate tool, there should be a filer on the top. So you just want to grab that and do a nice outline of your board, and now it's ready for you to cut. Now with the Stanley knife, you can cut your grip tape. It's very easy to cut the grip tape. It slides very nice. Just make sure your knife is sharp and you shouldn't have a problem with this at all. Now grab your grip tape that you've cut and you can just file over the edges. This will help stop the grip tape from peeling on the sides. So you might want to hold on to the grip tape for like a day or two just in case it peels up, and you can just file it down a bit more. Now it's time to add the trucks to the board, so just flip the board upside down and place your skate hardware in like you see, and then grab your trucks and just bash them in. Once your bolts are bashed in, flip the board over again, and now you got holes on top. Now you got to take those bolts out of your board and put them back in on the other side and bash them in. Now you just have to align your trucks up to the bolts and get your little nuts and tighten them to the bolts. You want to tighten these up pretty tight. It's not super necessary, but you can grab your spare grip tape and rub over the top of the bolts. If you followed this tutorial exactly, you should be able to kickflip first try, but not tray flip. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Peace.